Hello, welcome to Open News Podcast. It looks like today President Joe Biden is kind of cauterizing some of his plans and trying to make them stick beyond his presidency. So it says here that President Joe Biden is withdrawing pending regulations to protect transgender student athletes and cancel student loans for over 38 million Americans. The move aims to prevent the next administration, Donald Trump, from easily rewriting those executive orders or just canceling them altogether. So it says here for the student loan, the Education Department cited limited operational resources and shifted focus from the actual forgiveness of loans to just the helping of borrowers resume the payments post-pandemic. Biden's first student loan cancellation plan, we all remember, was blocked by the Supreme Court. And the second attempt right now is entangled in a lot of legal challenges. As far as the transgender student protection, he's withdrawing due to ongoing litigation over Title IV and unresolved public feedback from 150,000 comments. The Education Department stated it does not intend to finalize the rule. So again, he's kind of cauterizing these rules in place by not finishing them. The impact for the future rulemakers, so by pulling back these proposals, Trump will need to start his own regulatory process from scratch, which is a time-intensive process. If rules are left incomplete, Trump could replace them with his own proposals and bypass the public comment period. So additional context to all of this, Biden's administration is racing to finalize or withdraw regulations before the end of his term. Federal agencies are evaluating which rules to complete and which ones to abandon. And it says right here, in recent years, presidents have increasingly relied on executive orders and regulations to bypass congressional gridlock. These are vulnerable to the shifts of administration, of course. You're not going to do something that you want posterity as an executive order. That needs to be done in the House, and then you sign it. So it looks like Biden's loan proposal would include debt relief for 30 million Americans, particularly those with ballooning balances and who have had a balance for more than 20 years. Public service loan forgiveness programs, 55,000 additional borrowers qualified as of Friday. So it's a different program, but it's to give relief to these people. Republicans sued to block these proposals, installing them in the court, basically saying that there's no constitutional grounds for forgiving anyone's debt, let alone people who chose to get into debt. Activist Melissa Byrne criticized Republicans, blaming them for limiting Biden's options. But what do Republicans do? They try to get their foot in the way of anything that the Democrats are doing, and same with the Democrats. They try to stop anything the Republicans are doing. So it always cracks me up when these activists cry wolf and they're like, oh my gosh, this is such a big deal. No, that's what they do. It's a bummer that we have a GOP committed to keeping the working class Americans in debt. Again, not really keeping people in debt. That would imply that we put them in debt. Again, these people who are on the far sides of these spectrums crack me up. A Trump spokesperson, Caroline Leavitt, accused Biden of creating obstacles to Trump's future governments. Of course he is. Biden is cauterizing everything that he can to make it so that it has stick-to-itness. But of course, I mean, it's just my opinion that executive decisions, unless you start to hire in your executive decision a bunch of bureaucrats to run the program, and the program gets up and running, then it is difficult because you've got people on payroll. But, I mean, so I think actually that's probably what he's doing. He's probably setting this up so that it is a headache to pull down. What are your thoughts on this? I mean, peaceful transition of power, it will be peaceful, but how many tax or roadblocks are going to be in the way for Trump? Please comment, subscribe, and like, and have a wonderful day.